And for the first time in a long while, we really are looking for something to watch. Though the Starlets are in action from 11 p.m. So yes, we've got something to help us navigate post-championship hangover. My niece is with me in studio as always. Madam Idecha.
Yes.
Fantastic haircut. What are we celebrating? What are we marking?
I'll tell you when you might attend. Yeah, that's all I can say. But I'm excited to be here. It's been hectic.
Yes.
Hectic, but in a good way.
Well, I'm not sure it's been hectic in a good way if you are Team Kenya, because this past week, Team Kenya did not live up to expectation. Yeah. Team Kenya with one of its worst performances ever. But you know what? Elijah has been out in Glasgow and he brings us a sort of a wrap about what's been happening in Glasgow.
Curtains have come down on the 2026 Commonwealth edition right here in Glasgow, Scotland, with Kenya finishing with 12 medals, 3 gold, 4 silver and 5 bronze in what is the country's worst performance since 1982. But first, it was not all doom and gloom. Let's start with the positives. Joshua Amunga, 20-year-old weightlifter, is the one who started the medal hunt for Kenya as he won bronze, the first time Kenya won a medal in the weightlifting category since 1994.
Sikuijua nitakuja kuwahi kanyanga international stage. Sikuijua nitakuja kuipata medal kubwa kama hii. Hiyo kitu haiko kwa mind yangu kabisa. But after niliingia weightlifting, nikaanza ku progress, ndio nilianza kuona future.
The other youngster who impressed is another 20-year-old Stephen Dangiri, who had a wonderful performance, Kenya's best ever performance actually, in the men's 10,000 meters walk race as he clinched silver. He was very optimistic about the future. That is one talent to look forward to.
I knew and I've been feeling I'm the right guy for this. I'm the right guy to do that, to write the new records, to set the bar. But people always seem to doubt. And I'm grateful that now all of them now, they have to look me differently and they have now to believe me when I say like I'm going for it.
But the pick of the bunch has definitely got to be Irene Jeb Kimboi, who made history by becoming the first ever woman to win a field event on an international level. And she was guided by her idol, Julius Yego, in each and every step of the way to finish third in the women's javelin throw event.
Today, standing with Julius Yego inspired me for many things. He was telling me to relax myself and try to do something I usually do, but not something new that you saw from other people that you don't know.
The men's 3,000 meters steeplechase, Kenya has been struggling in recent history, but it was pleasing to see teenager Edmund Serem remind the country that all is not lost as he guided Kenya to a 1-2-3 finish, with Simon Koech finishing second and Leonard Bett coming in third place.
I think today I've had like 20 calls from my father. Even 1 hour ago, before we went for first call room, I talked to him. And he wrote for me a very long message, encouraging me, telling me everything, water barrier, clearance, takeoff. And he also prayed for me. The last thing that he told me today is, go my son, go for it, I love you.
It's been 2 years of injuries, back-to-back injuries, 2024 and 2025. And now in the podium position, I'm happy for that.
In the women's category, Faith Cherotich, the world champion, reminded the world, in case we had forgotten, that she is the queen of the track in the 3,000 meters steeplechase as she oozed her class on a chilly evening at the Scottstown Stadium.
Nimekimbia vizuri. I was expecting this. Nilikuwa well prepared for this.
We returned home knowing that it's summer here, but it's rainy, it's windy. Even when the sun is there, I mean, upepo is kind of pushing you back. But that is not an excuse.
Records were tumbling for Kenya on the track, but they were forgettable records. For the first time in 40 years, Kenya failed to win a medal in the men's 10,000 meters. And in the women's 5,000 meters, it was 32 years since we last failed to win any medal of any kind. Australia showed their dominance and reminded Kenyans that in the modern day sport, talent alone cannot get you your goals.
I know I had unfinished business on the track, but today was not our day, and I knew it's because of the cold weather. I knew that we cannot make it.
The sport is changing very quickly, so we come out here, we give our best. We will not always have a good day.
The only silver lining for Kenya in the long-distance races was Matthew Kipsang as he won Kenya its first gold in 12 years in the men's 5,000 meters.
Kwa sababu imekuwa muda Kenya tuleta medali ya 5,000. So tulikuwa na furaha sana because we are back. Now Kenya we are back from 5,000.
For plenty of teams and athletes, Glasgow 2026 is an eye-opener as they continue with the preparations for qualifying for the Los Angeles Olympics 2028. It's back to the proverbial drawing board if they are to harbor any chance of booking their ticket to America.
Judo ni kama imenisave. Kwa mali imenitoa nifaa. Nilianza nikiwa mdogo na bado niko na dreams. Sasa niko 22 years na nimeweza kufika Commonwealth bronze medal, inamaanisha kuna mali nitafika na naenda.
Tuliweza kufungwa kwa sababu ya height. Wachezaji wetu wengi ni futi 5, wa wingi 170 centimeters, lakini anacheza na mtu ambaye yuko 6'4". So unapata hata kama ako na ufundi mwingi wa mchezo, lakini anafika mahali ile height ile inakuwa disadvantage kwa kwao. So ni sisi kama federation tutarudi back to our drawing boards, tuanze kuangalia hii height tutaitoa wapi.
Now guys, I have struggled when I was doing this report. Hii sama ya hapa ni uongo bana. Baridi kwa hapa. In fact, this back at home is winter. So allow me to get warm and see you in Nairobi.
It's been chastening for Elijah on several accounts. Yes, the summer in Glasgow is like Limuru all the time. So I completely get him. And he did speak about a drawing board. Midecha?
Yes.
I don't think it's a drawing board. I think we need
an overhaul.
We need a whole wall.
Yeah.
To see what went wrong. Now, Elijah spoke about 1982. I'd like to correct him. It's not 82. It's 62. 1962, when Kenya was a British colony, we hadn't gotten independence, was the last time we went to a Commonwealth Games that were probably called something slightly different and got 2 gold medals. Yeah. We got 3. The last time we got less than 4 was 1962. Something was obviously not correct in Glasgow.
I agree with you because, I mean, we've gone down from 25 medals that we got in Birmingham to 12. That is more than half. And if we don't have this conversation, I don't think there's going to be any change. We seriously need to look at what we are doing wrong. There's so many things that we are doing wrong. There's so many things. I think we're still stuck in training in E10 only and not doing anything new. You know, when you look at this, for example, let's look at Australia. This is a team that started working towards LA 2028 during the COVID period. And if you think it's a joke, look at how they performed in the World Cross Country this year. The same names you're seeing on track are actually the ones who are, you know, flying high when it comes to also cross country. So we start preparing too late, and then we expect a miracle. Something needs to change.
This was the new office, the National Olympic Committee. This was the first big task for them. They didn't do well. They haven't covered themselves in glory.
Yeah, I agree. And now they need to go back and sit and, you know, start seeing what is not working. Because when you go down and look at all these federations, all of them have a problem. There's a very big problem with our federations in Kenya. And the truth is, we need to work towards it because, like, you can't tell me that in basketball right now we're still talking about height, yet you have all this time to scout for the right players. We can't say that, you know, we don't have a basket of talent, yet we have an under-20 team that is actually going to Eugene, and now we're going to be looking at them. Then we have the Youth Olympics that are coming up later on in the year. If we go back and look at how many of our athletes have transitioned from under-20 to Youth Olympics to, you know, the senior teams, you'll be very, very surprised. Like this year, I can only name for you only 2 who were in previous Youth Olympics that have graduated to the senior team. The rest, where are they? What is wrong with our transitioning program?
I have so many questions, and I know people say, don't just focus on athletics. No, I will focus on athletics because that's our medal basket. That is where we get most of our medals. And Midecha, I had so many questions. What were the rules when you were picking the team?
Yes.
Okay. And how in the world does a young girl called Rebecca Mwangi get to double at the Commonwealth Games? I cannot wrap my head around her. And no offense to her, I've never met her. She obviously tried her best, but she has no reason to double. That was terrible. Our 10,000 meters men, our 5,000 meters, our 1 mile ladies, and that is what worries me because the old guard worked really hard.
They did
You
well
look at
for
Timothy
themselves.
Cheruiyot,
Yeah.
he fought valiantly. You look at Wycliffe Kinyamal, the old guard was out there grinding.
Yeah.
It's the young ones who are supposed to be using the Commonwealth Games as the step up, as the first taste of international glory.
Yeah.
It's the lack of, like you said, it's the lack of the lesser medals.
Yeah.
When we cut our medals by more than 50%,
that's a concern, a great concern.
Big questions, tough questions that Kenyans will need answers from. Like Midecha says, when you go from 25 to 12, people should answer questions. When it's your worst performance in more than 50 years, people should answer questions. Now, let's move on from that to something that will put us